What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing my NHL Toronto Maple Leafs game day preview for the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Los Angeles Kings. That intro, I did not need to say the Leafs twice, but I did. I don't know why. But for Tuesday, November 5th, 7:30 p.m. at Scotiabank Arena, the Kings come into this game 5-9-0. The Leafs come into this one 7-5-3, two teams that, again, I have to use this again. They're two teams that probably should be a little bit better than they are. They've got some talent on the roster. The Leafs probably having the better roster, but we're going to look into this. So the probable starters say Jonathan Quick versus Frederik Andersen. Again, the Kings, I'm not sure if they're playing tonight. I'm recording this on Monday, but this is what the probable starters say, and that's what their record is. Again, this is the only time I have to record this. But Jonathan Quick has been brutal to start the year, and it's sad because I grew up loving Jonathan Quick. I think that, he was an awesome guy, excuse me, to model your game after if you were a young goaltender. He's 2-6-0. And he's got a 4.55 goals against average and an 858 save percentage. That is not Jonathan Quick type of numbers. I almost wonder if the Kings can find another team with a bad contract and swap the two goaltenders or swap another bad contract and just hope that the player they get back has a good start and Quick has a good one somewhere else. Like, just the hope for the best. But Quick is like a lifetime King. They've wanted him there. He's been there. He's won cups. The guy's incredible. Freddie Andersen comes into here 7-2-2 with a 3.00 goals against average and a 904 save percentage. Now, those numbers don't look too flattering. He hasn't had the best start, but he never does in October. It's November now, and if you take away a couple of, like, maybe even one bad game, I think it was Jesse from the Steve Dangle podcast said if you take away the bad game against Tampa, his goals against average and his save percentage look way better. Like above average goaltending numbers. So he's getting better. He's kept them in games, and hopefully he can continue to do so. And in terms of points, Kopitar, one of the best two-way players in the league, leads the Kings with 13 points, while Marner has 17. Marner's been a little sneaky because 5-on-5, he hasn't been doing very well. But in terms of power play and whatever, he's done good and he's racking up the points. So let's see if he can keep that going. It looks like John Tavares will be returning to the lineup, as well as Jake Muzzin to face his former team. So two guys back into the fold. Hyman is still out for now. The Leafs are still working on some cap stuff too, so I wonder if that has to do with it. I think Hyman's ready to go. But Muzzin and Tavares should be back in. They were supposed to be last game, or at least Tavares was, and they switched that up last minute, so that's my bad. But yeah, that's good. You got some more reinforcements. The Leafs have to win this game. This is a game they have to win. The Kings are not a good team this year. In terms of assists, same two guys. Kopitar has 9. Marner has 13. When it comes to goals, Matthews leads with 11. Carter has 4, so that's a huge difference. The Kings are not getting any goal scoring, and it's not spread out very well. In terms of wins for goaltenders, Freddie has 7, and Campbell has 3. So he's the one, getting their wins. Quick hasn't really done too much, but goals per game, the Leafs are leading in that category, 3.47 to 2.71. Goals against per game, the Kings have 4.07, the Leafs have 3.40. The Leafs would love to get that under 3. Power play percentage, the Kings are at 9%, the Leafs are at 18%, so the Kings have just been brutal on the power play, and the Leafs have too, though. Penalty kill percentage, the Kings and Leafs are kind of similar, 67% for the Kings, 75% for the Leafs. So this one should be a good game, and it should be for the Leafs. Like I said, they have to win this one. The Kings have been poor to start the year, while the Leafs have, but the teams are just night and day difference in terms of what they're going through right now, especially in goal. Like, Quick is definitely not the guy that he used to be, and for the sake of Jonathan Quick and as a fan of the guy, I hope that he does get going, just not tonight against the Toronto Maple Leafs. But hopefully the additions of Muzzin and Tavares will give the boost to the team. It should be. Tavares drives his line. A lot of people figure Marner does, but he doesn't. If you look at the possession numbers and who drives the play, it's usually John Tavares. In terms of Jake Muzzin, he's been the Leafs' best defenseman this year. He's a little bit physical while also being able to protect his end of the ice, so that's good. He's also put up some points, so good for Jake Muzzin. At first, I was a little bit worried that people were going to be upset when Barry gets the contract at the end of this year and Muzzin goes, but I'm honestly with those people. If Barry ends up staying, if he doesn't get going, Muzzin's the guy that they should be signing at the end of the year to like a 4-year deal. He'll that contract might be bad towards the end of it, but at the same time, for the next couple of years, they're going to need a guy like Jake Muzzin. Barry, if he gets going, then it's a lock. The guy could get 65, 70 points, but he hasn't started the year very well. Defensively, he's been poor, and offensively, he hasn't been giving that Tyson Barry type of game. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this game. I'm going to try to. The Leafs have just been not the Leafs. They just haven't been. And they got to start going on a winning streak here. And that last game was poor against the Flyers, even though they got the shootout win, but they got to build off of it. So if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And hopefully you guys will enjoy this game tonight. Leafs versus Kings, 7:30 p.m. Eastern in Toronto at the Scotiabank Arena. I'll see you guys for the post-game review. Peace.